Hey, LTHAM141 Homestead. I am Tracy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do a back to Eden weed bed. A back to Eden garden. Now, one of the popular misconceptions about the back to Eden wood chip gardening method is that you don't get weeds. I am here to tell you, as a man who has been weeding all morning and only did a certain little amount, you get weeds. I weeded from over here. Ooh, I'm getting fruit. All through there. I did my up to my onions. I sit on that milk crate there. I haven't done over to the rest. My thyme is, boy oh boy, the bees love the thyme. But look at this. That is a type of goldenrod. My poor chives are back here. I never collected the scapes of my chives, but that's okay. I think there might be some seeds left in them I might try to get. My asparagus is doing really well. You can see my little pepper in there. My plants are so small. My pepper's there. I got a pepper on there. My echinacea is doing just fabulous. Echinacea purpurea, which is the purple coneflower. Very, very, very medicinal. Get tomatoes. Ooh, those are just about ripe. That might be really close to ripe right there, because these might be the yellow ones. I gotta post a couple of them. Somebody gave me a bunch of plants, and these, I think they're zinnias, maybe? I got them marked somewhere. These are just gorgeous, attracting beneficial insects to the garden, pollinators. Oh, my eggplant has a blossom. My comfrey is just so amazing. I've got to cut it back and go ahead and get what I can for the year from comfrey. Comfrey is very medicinal. My beans, I'm getting flowers on my beans. I'm getting beans on my beans, guys. I know it's small. First bean of the year. First bean of the year. It's just a tiny one, but it is delicious. Should have let it grow a little bit, but oh, I love green beans. Yeah, I'm getting beans all over through here. It's time for me to plant my another succession of green beans. Now, I just planted. They're awfully small, but that is a Brussels sprout through there. Look at this. I am getting some squash. There's a nice little zucchini. It's amazing what you find when you weed your garden. Now, these are winter squash, angel hair. Angel hair winter squash is what these are. And then I got a little jalapeno on a stick. I don't weed a lot, but I've got my little system right over there where I can sit on my crate, fill my 5-gallon pail, then dump the 5-gallon pail into the tractor bucket, and when the tractor bucket's full, I go dump it on the compost pile. But as you can see, I do not like to weed. If you dig down below this, look at that soil. Look at that soil. How dark it is. And this is the wood chips. This is topsoil that these wood chips have made. Now, you can see it goes to clay down here. But eventually, the wood chips will get so deep that it'll just turn to all that beautiful, beautiful topsoil. Among the reasons I do the back to Eden garden method, other than I hate to weed, as you can see, if you just don't weed, you're gonna have weeds. You gotta tend it, and you gotta put the wood chips on thick. Otherwise, you'll have weeds. However, one of the main reasons that I went with the back to Eden garden method is simply because I have limited water. Now I just had a new well put in, and that should do me really well. But for the last 7 years, I've had limited water. Rainwater catchment I use for the animals in the garden. But I don't have to water my garden, no matter, my well will go dry, and I do not have to water my garden because it is good and wet underneath these wood chips. And it's not like hay that just disappears, and you don't, it's not like straw, I guess I should say, because hay, you'll end up growing grass. But that disappears so fast. Sawdust disappears so fast. You can tell all the small stuff in this deteriorates into topsoil. That's why you use arborist chips. You don't just use wood chips. You can't just go buy mulch from the garden center. You need arborist chips. They have the leaves and the needles and the good live stuff in there with them, because that's what breaks down and gives you the nitrogen you need to counteract, because wood chips do lower your nitrogen level. That's probably a fact. But they also provide a place for the nematodes and all that other stuff that takes the nitrogen and changes it into nitrates and nitrites so that your plants can use it. Your plants can't use regular nitrogen, I don't believe. I believe, check me in case I'm wrong, your plants cannot use straight nitrogen. The stuff in their soil, the microbiome, changes nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites, one of those, that the plants can use. What I'm going to do is, with my next garden that I'm going to be putting back yonder, once I get the chicken coop and the pig building in, is I'm going to do a garden out of pure old manure. Cow manure, horse manure, whatever manure I can lay my hands on. And I'm going to see how that fares without the wood chips. I mean, it's worked for centuries. However, I might use some of the landscaping cloth. I'll still be able to, the minerals from the snow and the rain and all that stuff, and I can fertilize naturally with fertilizer. I might use some of the landscaping cloth, but we'll see about that. But it's going to be more of a traditional gardening method. I've been doing this for 4 years with the Back to Eden garden method, the wood chip gardening, because of the water. And I think if my soil's not built up now, then what good is it? So I want to compare it to a traditional garden, and the best way to do that is have the same gardener. So I'm gonna do a traditional garden over yonder. Go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, that little notification bell so that you get notified every time I come out with new content. Check out tham141homestead.com. Items in the description, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel out, really helps me out. Y'all have a great day, and God bless.